Hi, my name is M.Scateni. Holistic to your personal practice is a way to accompany you to strengthen or create your own personal practice to fully live your life.
Allora, ciao a tutti.
So, hi everybody. Today I'm very happy to have with me Claudio Chiappari. On February 2023, he contacted me the first time to ask me informations about fasting because he was informing me that he had discovered a cancer and then he was interested into alternative therapies. He knew that I was guiding programs of organs cleansing periodically. And then from that time, it started our journey together. And after 6 months, the 12th of August of 2023, the day of my birthday, I received a beautiful gift because he informed me that the cancer disappeared, that he had healed himself. So welcome, Claudio. Please tell us about your experience.
Per mia fortuna, e devo dire...
Well, I was lucky enough, I really have to say I was lucky enough. The cancer was very low, so the surgery would have been very easy to get the cancer, to remove the cancer and place an ostomy, so this little bucket. But for me, there was not an option. So talking to my friend Fabrizio, very, very good friend, he was pushing me even before to do the chemo not to do the traditional cures, therapies, but to do fasting. And at that time, I had that fourth stadium cancer, and the family, friends, everybody was saying to me, "What are you doing? You cannot go into alternative therapies. Everybody is doing chemotherapy, so there will be a reason for that. Why shall you do something different?" For many reasons, I decided at the beginning the normal process. They didn't give me any results. So when I went to talk with the oncologist after the traditional process of chemotherapy, I told me that surgery was not an option for me. So I would have done any other thing for avoiding the surgery. So I started to study and get informed about, thanks to Fabrizio too, I asked around about alternative therapies until my mom told me about you. She told me that a friend of her had a daughter and was healing with alternative therapies. So at that time I needed more information as possible about alternative therapies. For me, any information was like a key point for me, like a hope. And I had it morally from Fabrizio, my friend, until that time. And then after I met you, for me, you have been also
una stampella dove appoggiare,
like a stick where I could that could support me. You and Fabrizio would be the persons that really supported me so much, and that's what I really needed at that time. So in that experience, you helped me to face this experience in another way. I was also supported and followed by the nutritionist of Longo, and I told them that I wanted to fast. And they told me, yes, you can start with the 5 days fasting. So I started to do the fasting cycles. So please tell us about your first fasting. How was it? How did you feel? I imagine you were very ready about it, about getting into fasting. You didn't have any doubts about it. But how did you live the first days of fasting?
Guarda,
well,
è stato più facile del previsto.
It has been easier than I thought. Maybe because my objective was very big, my purpose was high and important, so maybe I faced it in a easier way. But it's also good to say that my nutrition is also is healthy and good already. So if you have the good nutrition habits, if you don't eat so many sugars and carbs, then it's easier. And I also got information about the cancer, that the cancer feeds of itself with sugar. So I started already to reduce anything that could feed the cancer. So for 3 days, the first fasting was amazing, and the fourth day was even more amazing. Even if I had all the toxins of chemio on me. So the first fasting was amazing. The first 3 days, very good. Then after a week, after a few weeks, so then after 5-10 days, I did another one of 5 days. And that one, the fourth one, I start to have the symptoms of detoxification. So I was feeling a little bit weak. You know, when you feel dizzy, a little bit dizzy, you not don't feel bad, but you don't feel 100%. But from what I read and what you also told me, I that was a positive symptom, to receive with, welcoming it, because it was symptom of detox, that the body was detoxifying. So I was waiting for that. So I was ready for that. So these other 5 days went very well too. Yeah, normally we say at the fourth day of fasting,
in realtà puoi anche continuare.
actually, you can continue because you start to get used to it, and something magic happens on the fourth day. You really are able to be more present, less confused, more clarity, and more you predispose yourself. You have more ideas, projects ideas. It's a really beautiful sensation if you can reach the fourth day, because you start to explore the sensations of feeling like empty, at the same way open, and your five senses starts to work much better.
Hai avuto questa esperienza?
Have you experienced this? Well, at the beginning, the first and second days was the hardest, but then third and fourth, very easy.
Ero quasi dispiaciuto di interromperlo.
I was even sad to stop it. But then talking with the nutritionists that were following me, I would not go, you're already underweight a bit, so let's stop it. So I started to eat again, but I was in a very beautiful shape. I was walking, running, physical activity. I was feeling very good. And as you correctly said, when you start to eat again, you can savor the food and every single ingredient, So you open your five senses and amplify them. The sensation is amazing. It's beautiful.
Infatti, diciamo che dopo questa
Yeah, let's say that after this experience, or even during this experience, I personally think that you really understand what does it mean to nourish yourself in a mindful way, because you savor the food and you have that sensitivity to that you get, because you are clean and you understand if that food is good for you or not. So when you come out of the fasting, when you start to eat again in a certain way, of course, to reintegrate all the food, you realize, thanks to this sensitivity, if that food is good for you or not. So it's hard that after a process like that, you start to eat something they're not good for you, generally talking.
detox. E quindi ti dà anche
So
questo in più, no?
it gives you also this, like a new awareness of what you're eating, and to be able to nourish you in a healthier way. Those processes are very transformative.
Assolutamente.
Absolutely.
Io dividerei, diciamo.
Well, look, I would share the fasting into two categories: the ones that do it to just feeling better, to detox themselves, and the others who do them to treat a sickness, as a pathology or a general situation. But the two ways then unify, because the results are exactly the same. Apart from amplifying the senses, everything amplifies, even the breathing, to go for a walk. During the fasting, everything is slowed down, and you're able to enjoy, like in a meditation, where you can You can enjoy every little thing, the air, the steps you do. You're able to be much more present in that moment. And that's it's something very interesting. Yeah, it should be included into the practice of mindfulness, actually, because it really allows you to be more present, to look around you, to open the eyes and see really what you have around you. So it's a really beautiful process. I really suggest it for the people who are good. I mean, they're healthy, to do it like twice a year, autumn and spring, and who has a sickness in any moment you can start of the year.
Raccontaci un attimo anche.
So tell us a little bit also that which is the path that we did together. I always accompany the detox practices with meditation to help you, to support you in a process, and mainly with a process like yours, when you have to face the sickness, but also the society around you that maybe can be against, because it's not a normal, like traditional protocol, the one of the chemio. And then, but you decided an alternative therapy which is not so recognized and spread into the society. So you had to face, and with the doctors and the people around you telling you what are you doing.
Diciamo che, vabbè, sono sempre
Well, yeah.
molto
I've always been very like firm person, determined. And I always said if I ever would have had a cancer, I knew what to do. But then, of course, when it happened, and I was a little bit pushed by the family, by my parents and everybody. And I was coming also in a relationship situation which was very hard. I was going through a separation from my ex-wife. We live in Australia, and then I was there with my ex-wife and my son. So it was hard. It was a hard moment. That's not been easy. It was a hard moment. But as you correctly said, maybe the main reason why I contacted you is for meditation, and facing all this with meditation, with the help of it. It has been a step, a super important step forward, and it helped me a lot. And today too, nowadays, it helps me to face what are the not little problems, but the first the little internal things or thoughts where you lose your center. And I can say that the meditation helped me a lot, really a lot. And I don't do enough. I never do enough. Yeah, we would like to be all the day meditating, because in that stages, in this inner island, we feel so good. Very often happens that we get close to the practice of meditation in these hard moments. We start to meditate, and we get close to some concept that they scares us. So, or moments of sufferance, of deep sufferance, of difficulty, like a separation. So you had like a sickness that you didn't know in your case where it was gonna get you, and this choice of alternative therapy, where you had 90% of persons around you against you, and the separation. So, well, it has been a hard time, a very difficult one. And it's what allowed you to get close to meditation. So sometimes it really happens in the most difficult moments that we open to a world, and then we transform ourselves, and it accompanies us, and even in the day by day now. And it allows us, when we get away of our center, to go back there. So that's why I suggest to meditate every day at a certain time, maybe better in the morning when you start the day, so that all the rest of the day just unroll, unfolds around it, and it allows you to face everything in a different way from another space, which is not
della preoccupazione,
the space of worries, of fear,
ma invece questo spazio di
but
calma
more this space of calm,
sì, proprio di
of
tranquillità interna,
of tranquility, of inner quietness that allows you to see how the things that really are. And sometimes we think that the things have to go in a certain way that which are not, and meditation allows us to see how the situation really is. If we eliminate, the worries about something that might happen but it won't, or but what's the situation now in the present moment. So it helps the meditation to open the eyes and savor what you really have around you. So I think it's a fantastic tool, and I'm super happy that you discovered it.
Grazie a te l'ho scoperto, perché altrimenti
Yeah, and I'm happy too, because thanks to you, because it was hard at the beginning. Yeah, we did some sessions together. I'm happy that you integrated it in your day by day.
non sono così bravo, però dai.
Yeah, well, I'm not that good, but yeah. And then I have to wake up very early in the morning, so it's hard for me to. But I try to get a little space every day of 10 minutes, 15 minutes to practice. So tell me the truth. How do you feel when you do not meditate? When I do meditate, or I don't? When you don't meditate?
Io cerco di respirare, se no
When I don't meditate, I try to breathe and be concentrated on my breath. Even if I'm driving or if I'm taking my dog around, I always try to do like being very concentrated on my breath, which is also meditation. Yeah, sure. And being in the present moment. Meditate, it means to stay and perceive how is your body, how you feel. And even the Buddhist masters talk about walking meditation and meditate in action when you do something, and to be present or be in your breath when you do your activities. So even if you cannot do it in the morning, because I know that you wake up very early in the morning, like 4:30, so maybe to get the space during the day, another moment to meditate, and during the day be present and be in your breath, as you were saying. Yes.
No, mi ha aiutato molto a affrontare anche
Yeah, it helped me a lot to face very many problematic things. It was a beautiful discovery. I would have never thought that I could meditate, and it has been a beautiful discovery.
Fai dei cicli, no?
So let's say that now you still do some cycles of fasting, right? Yeah, I do 6 fasting per year. The first 5-7 days of every month for 3 months, I do 5-7 days. And then 3 months, I do not fast. And then for other 3 months, I do the first 5-7 days of each month, the fasting. And now 5-7 days are very easy to me. You got used to it and you rest your inner organs. Yeah, but it's impressive. Like after every fasting, I improve all my performance. After fasting, I can run 15 kilometers in 2 minutes less than before. It's impressive, really. It's very satisfactory. You have to try it. Yeah, I know that you also joined some swimming championship after a fasting, after one of many fasting. And it was good.
Yeah. Ho fatto i campioni italiani master.
I did the master national championships of swimming, of course, swimming. Of course, for us, because we both come from professional swimming. Yeah, exactly. So, and they were very good, actually. So I tried. I said, let's say to do a fasting before the performance on the 50 backstroke. I really improved my time. So you're doing like maintaining fasting. But as prevention, we suggest to do the fasting twice a year, and now very soon we start with to launch the next program of fasting and detox in general and fasting. What would you suggest to this person that will start the program next week, and for the people that have done it already or that they start the first time? So what do you spontaneously feel to suggest them?
Ma quello che dico a tutti quelli che mi chiedono informazioni.
What I ask to everybody who asks me about fasting, I always say that the entering into the fasting is very important. So start to not to eat carbs or sugars at least 2 days before to enter into the fasting, and to go back to eat after the fasting, not to feed yourself, to nourish yourself, but it's going to be like a continuation of detoxification of your body. So the first meals we have now, I start to nourish myself again. Yes, but to continue the detoxification, which is so important, I think. So to avoid everything that is carbs, complex food, and try to eat vegetables and soups, and to let the body continue the process of detox and enjoy the fasting, because it's so powerful. It's a weapon we have that unfortunately many people do not know it, but once you discover it and you discover the benefits of it, I'm sure that you're gonna use them. They said that also Jesus was doing his fasting. It's really old practice that had been like hidden a bit, but actually we have a fantastic tool to be able to regenerate the body, and that it would be great that everybody would know it, because it's not something new that's just been invented. It's something that's been always there since millennium. So it's good that we start to use it to heal ourselves, but also to prevent sicknesses and regenerate periodically the body and the system. So, and as you say, it's very important how you enter into the fasting. It's as important as the fasting or the detox itself, how you go into the fasting and how you come out of the fasting. So it's very important to be accompanied, so not to do mistakes in these two phases of the fasting, which are as important as the other, because when you come out of the fasting, you continue the detoxification. So you have to prepare it, and it's a process that more or less, I would say, it lasts 2-3 weeks to do it properly, and also helps you, as we were saying at the beginning, to have that sensitivity about that awareness about food. So for the person that do the first time, it's very transformative. So we do suggest them, right? We do suggest the fasting to people, right? Absolutely, yes. At least you have to try it. It doesn't cost much. Absolutely.
Sì, decisamente, effettivamente.
Yeah.
Grazie mille,
Claudio. Yes. Thank you so much, Claudio. And I would like also, what do you think? Shall we say to the people about it? Yeah. Come on. Let's tell them. Let's tell them something. We decided together to write a book about this experience, so inspiring, and that might inspire more people. So we don't say anything more, but just that there will be a book in which you will read this experience. You will have more suggestions on how to face something like Claudio has faced, and have the tools to be able to act in an alternative way. Yes. So stay tuned, that we will let you know soon. Absolutely. Thank you, Claudio. Ciao. Thanks. Bye. I hope this episode will inspire you to live your life in plenitude.